Hi there, my name is Tulu, and I'm here to walk you through the Young African Climate Changemakers Challenge. My team and I are so excited to read through your applications, so do make sure that after you watch this video, you send in those applications. What exactly is the Young African Climate Changemakers Challenge? This is an online challenge for people aged between 16 and 25 who are either from South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, or Zimbabwe who have ideas or initiatives addressing climate change. When we refer to a climate change maker, what exactly do we mean? We're talking about somebody who believes in their ability to tackle the climate and ecological emergency. Their actions are driven by a strong sense of empathy and a desire to address the problems or opportunities they've identified. This particular individual takes action to mitigate the effects of climate change and promote sustainability. For the agenda today, we will be going through who we are as an organization, what are we looking for in terms of projects or solutions, who exactly are we looking for, who is eligible to apply, and lastly, we'll end it off with just a breakdown of the timeline and how exactly one can go about applying for this opportunity. My organization, Ashoka, is the world's largest network of social entrepreneurs who've been working systematically to address some of the world's biggest challenges. It is a global network of over 500,000 young change makers who are working towards creating positive change in their communities and activating their peers. Ashoka also has over 40 years of experience in leading, mapping, and nourishing the field of entrepreneurship and change making. As YACC 2024, when we talk about what we're looking to see through your applications are three main things. So number one, it's either your idea or your solution is aimed at climate change mitigation and adaptation, therefore driving forward youth agency and the agenda for a sustainable world. Secondly, we're looking for ideas or innovations that enhance and support existing climate change solutions and or integrate indigenous climate knowledge. This could mean that this is information or practices that you've learned that have been passed down your family or information and practice that you've learned from your community. So something more local, helping us move closer to a more sustainable future that incorporates more culturally sensitive approaches to climate change. Thirdly, we're looking for ideas and innovations that foster broader understanding and engagement surrounding climate change. So this could be helping people gain access to climate change knowledge and bringing more people into the climate change conversation. Please remember that we're looking for applications that are at all stages of development. So this could still be very much in its early idea phase, or this could be a fully fledged project that you've been running for a while. When it comes to the type of people we're looking for, what truly stands out to us first and foremost are individuals with change maker qualities. So what this means is that we're looking for people who are quite passionate about making a change for the good of all. Not only do these individuals use their agency to find solutions to climate change problems, but also activate others to take change. Secondly, we're looking for people who have a strong commitment and a really good understanding of the problem that he or she is trying to address. These individuals also encourage and promote community involvement in their solutions. Thirdly, we're looking for quite innovative ideas. So this could be an original idea or quite a creative one, meaning you could be adding brand new use of technology, you could be adding new ideas to existing solutions. What we're particularly interested in is solutions that can lead to widespread change through mindset shift or community engagement. Last but certainly not least, we're looking for projects that are quite scalable and sustainable. So looking at how impactful your project is, how feasible it is, how adaptable it is to your local context. After getting a good understanding of what the challenge is and what is expected of you in application, I'm sure you're thinking, okay, do I meet the criteria to apply? Well, if you're at least 16 years old by the time that you apply and not older than 25 by the final entry deadline, which is the 30th of July, 1 minute to midnight South African Standard Time, then you meet one of our criterias. You are the founder or the co-founder of the idea or initiative that you are applying for, and you are either a resident of South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, or Namibia. Please note that if you guys are in a group for your initiative, only one application needs to come through for the IDEO initiative. So you guys don't individually have to put an application. So now you know what the challenge is. You know what you want to put through your application. You meet the criteria and you're wondering, how do I apply? The application process is quite simple and straightforward. I'm going to run through just an overhead of what the application process looks like, and then we're going to break it down into our next slide. First and foremost, you're going to go to our challenge website at the very top, it's phase one again, and then you can write to the end of that application at the bottom will highlight, and you can publish your application. So this is what the application process breakdown looks like. Firstly, you have our challenge website page. As you can see, there's the apply here button. You will click on that button. Then you have a pop-up from Changemakers. If you have applied through the Changemakers platform before, you would simply just have to log in. But if this is your first time, you would register for a new account. When you register, you put in your information. So that's how you create your personal profile. We would require your email, your password. Please utilize an email address that you have access to. You will realize why we need that later. After that, you would then put in information about yourself, just a short profile. So just basic information about yourself, your age, your name, and your display name. So how you essentially publicly like to be seen on the platform. So once you've completed your profile, you will be sent a verification code that you will have to enter. Once you put in the correct verification code, you will then be asked to accept terms and conditions. Just scroll through the terms and conditions, read them, and at the bottom, you'll then be able to click accept. Then once you're done with that, you'll then move on to the actual application where you'll see a button that says start application. If any of these steps are still not as clear, we do have a technical walkthrough video for you that will be available on our support page that you guys can go through, that will walk you through exactly where to click, how to click, and what sort of problems you might encounter and how to solve those problems. What exactly is in it for you and why should you apply? If you're able to send in an application before the 30th of May, which is our early entry deadline, you will receive feedback that you can use to improve on your application before the final deadline of 30th July. Additionally, as part of the early entry phase, if you apply, qualify, and are eligible, you stand a chance of being awarded $100, which will be given to 3 winners in our early entry phase. After that, we will announce semi-finalists who will have an opportunity to refine their applications based on the feedback they will receive from reviewers. This is after the final entry deadline. And we will then announce our finalists who will have access to roundtable offerings with like-minded peers and have an opportunity to be featured on Ashoka's communication and social media platforms. There will be 10 winners selected, and the winners will be selected by the judges panel based on evaluations of finalist application. Each winner will receive $1,000 each. You will be invited to be celebrated at an in-person event in Johannesburg, South Africa. So if you're not from South Africa or you're not from Joburg, you will receive airfare and accommodation, which will be covered by us, Ashoka. This includes a return economy airfare for the winner and chaperone. The chaperone only applies for individuals who will be under the age of 18 by the time of the event. The chaperone and the winner must travel together. This will include 2 days and 1 night in one shared room, standard double occupancy hotel accommodations at a hotel selected by Ashoka. There will be ground transport to and from the airport and hotel and to and from the in-person event. You'll receive access to storytelling and networking opportunities, receive mentoring from seasoned social entrepreneurs, and the opportunity to be considered as an Ashoka Everyone is a Changemaker ambassador. And just for a quick overview of what this entire process looks like, we have our early entry deadline, which is the 30th of May. After that, we'll have our final entry deadline, which is a month later, which is the 30th of July. We will be announcing our semi-finalists on the 9th of September. We will have the winner announcement on the 7th of November, and the winners event will happen in early December, which will later communicate in Johannesburg, South Africa. Lastly, please do get in contact with us if necessary. If you have any questions or concerns, you can email us at yacc@ashoka.org, or you can email us on Instagram at Ashoka Changemakers or Ashoka Africa. If you do decide to reach out on Instagram, please do make mention of the challenge just so we know exactly how we can help you. My team and I are looking forward to your applications, so do send in those applications.